It is with the utmost pride and sincerity that I present this recording as a living testament and recollection of history in the making during our generation.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is,
Arnold, aka Mr. Music Is My Business. On Twitter, Mr. MIMB. There's three components to Music Is My Business. There's a brand management component, television, film, and animation component, as well as a music publishing component, which houses the sounds or production of Charles Chizzy Stevens. Our artist is not a hip-hop artist, ladies and gentlemen. He's like maybe, as he always calls himself, Andrew Miller, a skinny white kid from Georgia. He's a country pop folk artist.
Folk artist, yeah.
Folk artist. I know, two black dudes with a white boy. It's crazy. But again, I always said, if everybody in the music business is going right, we're going to go left. And then the two DJs, DJ Shogun from New York, or DJ Show, whatever you want to call him, and then DJ E.T. from Orlando, but he's actually from London, like the hottest white DJ from London. And we're just a small company, a small team, but we getting it in. We got a vision. And I always say plans change, but visions don't. I got my business started because I went and filed for an LLC. But really, at the end of the day, it was funny because the first meeting that I ever went to with Puff or Sean Combs or Diddy or whoever, whatever y'all want to call him, I call him Mr. Combs. First meeting that he ever took me to, I sat in on that meeting and I just saw him work, and I was so inspired by just how he ran the meeting and his energy and his passion. It made me feel like I could do the same thing. And I went home that night and I was like, I was talking to my dad and I was like on instant messenger, and I was like, I want to start a company. And my dad threw out the name of Music Is My Business as a name, and I just ran with it because it chronicled my journey from corporate America to really starting all over in the music business. And I mean, that's just how it started, man, really just with a vision. And then from there, you just went through the trials and tribulations of, my first check came really quick, then I didn't get a check for 8 months, and then you just had to I really had to figure out how to run a company. Building a company and really having belief in yourself that you can achieve it whenever you're trying to create a new platform, a new space, a lot of people doubt you. And it's not maybe from a malicious vantage point, but it's from the vantage point that they just don't understand what you're trying to create because maybe nothing like this has been created yet. So, you have the people that your family, they're like, we don't get it, go get a regular job. But at the end of the day, what is a regular job? Like, this is my job. I don't do anything else. I would sleep in a car before I went and got a regular job. So, I mean, just like the obstacles are really people believing in your vision. But at the end of the day, people believe in results. And once I learned that at the end of the day, it's about results. Once we started producing results, then everybody believes in it because then everybody wants to be a part of it. So I had to realize that no matter how important people are, how rich certain people are, like at the end of the day, or no matter who you work for, you got to do it on your own because they're not going to give it to you, And I had to learn to basically suck it up, be a man about it, and do it on my own. We got an animated musical coming out with the UN, really educating the world, young kids in particular, on global warming and world starvation. So, I mean, the thing about music, which is so powerful, I always say monks don't speak, but they listen to music. And if you think about that, that just shows you the power of what music is and where it can live. So when I look at the whole spectrum of music, I'm like, what is something that's consistent with who we are and our brand and where we can put music? You have to have faith that what you're doing is the right thing to do, regardless of what the current climate is or what you think even the current climate will be. We just staying true to our vision, building music is my business. We were on CNN, we were featured on a segment called Young People Who Rock, led by, companies or people under 30 that are just doing, as they say, amazing things to impact the world. And I mean, it's still funny to talk about it because, when I started this journey, I never thought I would be on CNN, Black Enterprise and some of the other things that we've been a part of. So, we were just able to get on there, tell our story, talk about some of the work that we're doing, talking about how, we're going to change the business of music and just go from there. I'm not choked up, but the reason I hesitate is just because, again, I never thought I would be on a CNN. You have dreams of doing other things, but you just never think that it's going to happen when it's going to happen, and it's a blessing. So we just keep working. Like, people ask, like, yo, who's your publicist? But I say, I don't have a publicist. I say, God's my publicist, So God blessed me with talent like him and the other people on our team, and we just execute and do what we do. We make mistakes every day, but we learn from it, build upon it, and correct them. And you can't be afraid to make mistakes, First thing I say is be professional, You could grind all you want to, but if you're not professional, like you're not, in my humble opinion, you're not gonna make it. You know. And the second thing, again, like I said, just have faith in what your vision is. If you go into a situation and you don't have a vision, I think you'll be lost, and that leaves room and openings for you to enter in situations that you don't want to end up in. And I feel like your vision comes from your heart. You follow your heart, trust your instincts, you'll be okay. You're gonna fail. For every one success, I probably got 3 failures, but it's all good. Because all it takes is one opportunity to change everything, the world and your world for that matter. You know, I had situations where I had mentors or people I wanted to be my mentors, and I would have my last $50 and probably needed to pay a bill, but I was like, you know what, who cares? Like, let's go to lunch. And more than likely, your mentor or that person that you want to mentor you will pay for it. But more than likely, it's just the fact that that's how business is done. If you want somebody's time, time is money. Offer to pay for that time. And then once you've paid for that time, once you have that mentor, that small little fee, it could be $100, but there's no price tag on a person's time and a person's wisdom and a person's knowledge, and more importantly, that person's network, which you can get plugged into. So, I mean, it's just like little things like that. Just be innovative, like be humble, deal with the humility, like, it sounds crazy. Offer to wash a person's car. I mean, just show somebody that you're hungry and you're willing to learn. And from a business vantage point, show that person that is basically investing in you, their time, that they're going to get their ROI, meaning their return on investment. And if you're able to articulate that, and sometimes ROI doesn't necessarily come in the form of money, but it comes in the form of, if you grow as a young executive, then you can put them onto something. Or it's just the fact that, or you can pay it forward and help that next generation, that next cat that is able to, that is hungry like where you used to be 3 or 4 years ago. And especially as young people of color, like, we need to be cognizant of that, because we don't do that enough. You know, we get what we get, and then we just like, whatever, I'm not trying to help that next person out. And that's not good, because I don't care who you are. If you Bill Gates, you could be Oprah, you could be whoever. At some point, everybody got help. Somebody. It might not have been in the form of $1 million, but everybody got help in the form of wisdom and a car ride somewhere, and somebody was dropping jewels to you. Like, that's help. That's knowledge. People don't have to do that. Everybody got their own issues. So, you know, I hope I'm not rambling. But, yeah. Hey, this is Aaron Arnold, a.k.a. Mr. Music Is My Business. Thank you for tuning in to CEO Vision.